Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Alpha, lived a knight full of wisdom and knowledge. One day, he receives an inspiration. He decided that he must pass on his legacy, so he walked in the kingdom to find an apprentice to pass his legacy. Then he came through two young men who were joking around. His intuition tells him that they are the right person to pass his knowledge, wisdom, and ability. So he came upon them and said, "Oh, young man, what are you doing here?" The young man said, "Sorry, wise one, we were just playing around." The knight said, "Playing around? How can you be playing around when time and death is waiting for you?" The young man said, "We were just enjoying life, a wise one." The knight said, "Oh, young man, the enjoyment that you felt is just temporary. I invite you to join me and look for something worthy of pursuing." The young man said, "What is it, a wise one?" The knight said, "You need to feel it yourself, for I can only show the path to you." The young man said, "All right, a wise one, we will follow you." Then, all of them are brought back to a training ground where the knight will soon give them a lesson about the path that they would take. The knight said, "I saw something different from the two of you, even though one may not realize it at first. I have received an inspiration to pass my legacy, and it points to both of you." The knight said again, "I shall teach you the way of the night. I promise you there is something that is worthy to be pursued. Even if you cannot yet look at it that way, it shall be beneficial for you." The young man said, "Oh, wise one, it will be an honor for us to be your apprentice. We're done playing around. We want to realize whatever destiny has for us." The knight said, "I believe you all have the patience, the strength, and the intellect to walk through the path, for only with it that you will be able to appreciate what lies ahead." The young men are now turned into the wise knight's squires. Now the wise knight shall teach them what he knows and pass his legacy to them. The knight said, "The first path that you are going to take is the path of upbringing. I shall teach you lessons that you shall never forget. 1. Remember that as a knight you must be righteous. 2. To be upright, you must develop virtues within yourself. 3. You must be patient, courageous, noble, faithful, generous, and just. 4. Keep those virtues in mind, for you must be a principled man. 5. As a knight, remember that struggle is a part of your life. You shall make decisions in life, and those virtues shall always guide you in your struggle." Then they continued to another test that the squire must pass through. The knight said, "The second path that you are going to walk is the path of knighthood. Here, you shall know the basics of knighthood. Remember, the basics of knighthood are struggle, so you must learn through facing it yourself, know your starting point, and you shall be able to face what lies ahead in the future." The knight then brought the squire to the village for their next path. The knight said to them, "Now we come to the third path, the path of squirehood. I shall give you a quest where you need to walk through the kingdom and see it by yourself. Remember, you need to fight for the kingdom, and you must be social with the people. Know them, and you shall know the meaning of brotherhood and loyalty." Then they continued to walk the fourth path. The The knight said, "The fourth path is the path of mastery. Through training here, you should learn how to master your technique, but most importantly, master yourself. Remember to stay true to the virtue of faith, for it is where all virtues come from, and you shall be able to control yourself." The knight brought the squires to the place of learning where they learned the fifth path. The knight said, "Remember, as knights you shall be righteous and noble, so you shall follow the code of chivalry. You must hold the code and show it in your daily life. Be loyal, be patient and respectful, be patient and firm, show kindness to others, hold on to your virtues, and always remember to show honor in all your actions." Finally, after passing through all the 5 paths before, the squires are ready for the final path. The wise knight then asked them about what they have learned, and he shall show them the final path that they needed to take to knighthood. The first squire answered, "A knight's whole life is all about struggle. In that struggle, we must show all the virtues that we have developed in ourselves." The other squire answered, "Being a knight means having an identity where we have a cause to take and a code to follow." The knight said, "Very good, you have learned well. Now it's the time for you to see the last path of your journey, the ceremony." And then the knight taps them by placing his sword to the squire's shoulders. Both of the squires have ascended in status and they become knights. The wise knight then passes on his wisdom as his last message for them. The wise knight said to the new knights, "O young knights, I believe you have done well in understanding what it means to be a knight, but I believe you forget one thing." The young knight said, "What is it, O wise one? We have followed the path and understood its meaning." The knight said, "You forgot the purpose of being a knight. Listen, my apprentice, for this is what I shall pass on to you. All that you have learned, what do they mean? You must realize that they don't have any purpose in themselves." The young knight said, "What is it that you mean, O wise one?" The knight said, "I said that whatever you learn here is all just a tool. They do not have any purpose. They are not the real thing that is worthy of being pursued. That is why I said before, I can only show you the path. The real thing that is worthy of being pursued is your destiny. The Almighty have decreed it for all of you, so you must realize it. By teaching you to become a knight, I only showed you the way." The young knight said, "What do you suggest we should do then?" The knight said, "Search your purpose in life. Destiny shall show itself to you. When you face it, you will face a struggle. Do not turn away from your struggle. Face it as you cannot escape from it. By becoming a knight, you will know how to face the struggle. It is my legacy. Be a knight that will follow his destiny and find meaning behind his struggles." The new knight then went off with their new knowledge. They shall go into many adventures and face many struggles to find out their destiny, and they shall continue to pass their legacy through others, just like the wise knight did.
KBSA 2020.
Nah, bener.
Passion.
Mantap.
Courage.
Ayo Rizky mulai.
Lupa lagi tuh. Fire KBSA 2020.
Passion, virtue, and courage.
Sekali lagi yang lebih semangat.
Oh my
Fire
god.
KBSA 2020.
Passion,
virtue, and courage.
Kita semua tepuk tangan.
Tepuk